Falling of the Mighty, Episode 3. In this episode, I want to, because we use unknown at times to explain the known. I want to, under this episode, talk about the falling of heroes of faith. There are some heroes of faith that is different from the secular hero, which I talked about in the last episode. There are some heroes of faith. When I say heroes of faith, the believers, the pastors, the great apostle, the great bishop, and the great men of action, how they fare in their history. What's the reason for this? Reasons of this is you are going to become a great man, a mighty man, so that you listen to this message so that you not fall when it is time for your shining. I want to give reference to some people in this episode who are heroes of faith in their days. There was a man of unusual power and anointing and unction in the early 90s or early 19th century called John G. Lake. In the early 19th century, this man called John G. Lake was so mightily used of God. The man is always called a man of healing because God has used him tremendously when it comes to healing and performing miracles. This man accomplished much for God. Many dead were raised under his ministration. Many dead, those who died, were raised under his ministration. His outreach, there was a time he has outreach into Africa. When there was a pandemic like this, a plague like this throughout the Africa. Then, this man came to the Africa then through the Spirit of God, a power of God in his life. Do you know the pandemic or the plague was discovered by microscope? And when this pandemic was discovered through microscope, and the law is, or forbidden is, nobody must hold the pandemic or the plague with his hands. He must not touch anyone, because anyone that this pandemic touch will die. After being discovered by this microscope, do you know John G. Lake held this pandemic, this plague with his hand, and the plague died in his hand. What a powerful man of God. In his days, he walked on the sea, just like Jesus. In his days, he walked like Jesus on the sea physically. What a powerful man. But he died. What was his error? He neglected his family. He didn't care for his children. He neglected his wife. He didn't carry his wife along in his ministry. That was the cause of his folly. There was another woman of valor, woman of power, woman of exploit called Maria Woodworth Heta in those days. This woman was extremely powerful. The power of God was so real in the life of this woman that people do call her the demonstrator of spirit. She demonstrated the Spirit of God so glaring in her life. The power of God in her life broke the land of India. The land of India was broken through the power of God in her life. Men of her days respect her whenever she's ministering because of the power of God in her life. Do you know, as powerful, if you have ever heard about Ketrikuma, as powerful as Ketrikuma is, as God used, as powerful as the ministry of Ketrikuma touched the whole world, who happens to be the spiritual mother of Bethlehem, do you know Ketrikuma encountered the power of God through the ministry of Maria Woodworth Heta. What was her error or the cause of her folly. What? She got married to two husbands. She married another man while the first husband was still alive. So there is always reason for folly. That is what I'm trying to establish. There is always reason for folly. If we hear that somebody fell, or somebody is falling, or tendency that somebody will fall, there must be a reason or platform for folly. That is what I'm trying to drive at in this episode. That is why I want to beg you in the name of the Lord, take time to listen to me so that you will see the reason why you must not fall, because God will reveal one thing or the other to you which you are treading already, that you are on your path towards already, so that you'll be able to correct and adjust yourself. My prayer again is you will not fall. Oluwarotimi Peter is my name. I continue in the next episode. I'm broadcasting from Reality Global Network. God bless you.